we're fitting to turn the page to a new month. Okay, now November's known for a lot of things, being the 11th month of the year, right? Some might call it the penultimate month, being the first month where maybe fall finally arrives for a week in North Georgia. I don't know. Being the month where maybe it finally gets cold in North Georgia. I don't know. But more than anything, Randy, I think it's known colloquially as New Game November.
Well, I mean, like, November this year is, I think, an interesting month for new games. So, like holiday season, all the big games come out. I think typically October is the biggest month, but I think November is also a big month. But this November is a little weird to me. I kind of have put together a little graphic here that shows some of the bigger games coming out in November. And does anything stand out to you about this, Daniel? Because something definitely stands out to me about this.
Yeah, I'll tell you what stands out to me personally is I'm 100% going to play Path of Exile 2. I know that's not what you wanted me to say, but that is what jumps out at me. I've been looking forward to PoE 2 since I first played Diablo 4 and started doing some research on ARPGs. PoE 2 looks freaking sick. I never played PoE 1. I'm way too late to the party for that, but I'm going to be on time for PoE 2. So, yes, Randy, that's what jumps out to me. But what jumps out to you?
No, I was going to say, one, that is amazing. But no, there's just no, like, big, like, blockbuster game, in my opinion, in November.
Did you not
There
listen to
isn't,
what I
like,
just said?
I know Path of Exile 2. But I think that, although I think there are definitely some people who are excited about that game, interestingly, there's just not, like, something huge. And this fact, like, there's some cool ones. We got here in this thing. We got Mario and Luigi Brothership, Stalker 2. I think that both those games are kind of, I mean, they're bigger games, but sort of niche audiences. Lego Horizon Adventures, which we get so many Lego games. This one's cool in its own way, but, okay. Mm-hmm. New Flight Simulator, of course, Path of Exile 2. That's we got Slitterhead, which is a game I included because I'm really interested in that game personally.
Yeah.
And then Planet Coaster 2. No huge, like, this is obviously going to be the biggest game of the month, but I put out a poll asking to kind of see what was, and I honestly didn't know what the results were going to be, and I was pretty surprised.
Yeah, so we said, which new game of November are you most interested in playing? 50% said Mario and Luigi Brothership. 23% said Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. 7% said Lego Horizon Adventures. 20% said something else. And 78% said Path of Exile 2 because it's going to be a damn banger. And it got slotted by not having its own position in the poll.
Well, I didn't include it in the poll, but because I don't know, I think I rightfully maybe I should have traded that one out for Lego Horizon Adventures. Whenever I'm doing these polls, it's tough because I know I have 4 options, and I know I got to include a something else for something like this. So I try to pick, like, what are the 3 biggest games, and I kind of thought Mario and Luigi Brothership needed to be there because that's the big one from Nintendo, and you got to have the big Nintendo game. Stalker 2, I hear a lot of people talking about. I'm not playing the Stalker games, but I am interested in that one. I think it does have some horror stuff going on in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third spot, I just wasn't sure. And I did consider Path of Exile 2, but...
Yeah, I'm telling you, the ARPG community is hyped for PoE 2. Because a lot of them still haven't forgiven Diablo for launching crappy, right? Even though Diablo's good now. Although I will say the new season seems to run worse than it used to, which has kind of dampened my excitement. But, Diablo's good now, but it wasn't originally. So I know people are psyched for PoE 2. So
maybe they're all the 20%.
I don't know if it would have rocked, more than 7%. Well, the world may never know. It's like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a whatever the hell. But
I also don't remember reading any comments from anybody like particularly jazzed about it.
But you must have not read my comment.
Yeah, I know you commented on there.
Nah, I'm just poking at you because I am really excited about PoE 2. But it's also only releasing in early access.
So that's your game that you're most excited about for November, I assume.
Definitely.
For me, it's like one, I was surprised to see Mario and Luigi Brothership get this many votes. And I think that just kind of speaks to the fact that there's not a big, huge blockbuster game. The fact that a Mario Luigi game, which those aren't even that popular games. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, obviously it's got Mario in the title, but Mario and Luigi, these are some like RPGs. I don't think they've historically been the best selling games in the entire world. I mean, like we'll go into a comment here in a minute about the studio that put them together. So I was just surprised to see that happen. I am interested in it though. I'm also interested in Lego Horizon, like because it's got co-op, and I love the co-op Lego games.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that for me, it's got to go to another one of the something else's, which is Planet Coaster 2.
Yeah.
That's the game that I'm most excited to play.
I know you're excited about that one.
Yeah.
That'll probably be really cool. You know that, Roller Coaster Tycoon has a piece of my heart. So, I'll definitely keep up with that and see how it reviews. Same thing with Mario and Luigi. I'm not going to jump on it day one, but if everybody says it's the best thing that's ever come out, I'll play it.
That's fair.
That's kind of
fair.
where I land on it. But PoE is going to be free to play, so like, I'm 100% playing that. Like, there's just no way I couldn't.
Yeah. Well, going back to our Mario and Luigi Brothership, like, we have a comment here. This one's from Randomized YouTuber, who says the GBA Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga is one of my favorite games, and the other four Alpha Dream made were also very amazing. I was heartbroken to find out they went bankrupt and wouldn't be able to make Mario and Luigi games. I'm so excited for Brothership. In fact, when I saw the trailer for it, I thought I was dreaming. And this is what I'm talking about. Like Mario and Luigi, like Alpha Dream were the Mario and Luigi people, and they ended up having to close down shop. And we all thought Mario and Luigi games were just done. And it made me think, well, these games probably haven't sold that well, or that
Right.
maybe Alpha Dream would have made it. And it's like the fact that it's still the number one most, hyped game for November is just wild to me.
Yeah, I mean, albeit it may not have had a ton of competition, but I do think it really made a lot of people who maybe had given up they'd ever get another one of these games really happy.
I think you're 100% right on that. I think that it's part of it is just like the excitement of like, oh my gosh, it's back. We thought it was dead and now it's back. So there's definitely that. And on top of that, I don't know if you've watched any of the trailers for this game, like besides like the announcement trailer.
I have.
So they look great, don't they? I mean, like
Yeah.
the game looks really good.
It looks really nice. I really like the art style. I've heard some criticism on YouTube for the way it looks, and not going to drop any names, but I don't really understand it. Honestly, I think it looks really nice.
It's kind of like the art style is a little like if you're used to traditional Mario art, it's not that. So I get how you could be kind of like
Right.
weirded out by it in a way. I can understand that, but
It's a
I
little
also think it
soft,
looks really
maybe.
good.
It's like a soft kind of look.
So many Switch games have that soft look, though, right?
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I agree with you. I think it looks awesome. So, I'll monitor it. I don't know. You going to play it day one? You jumping on the Brothership day one, Randy?
I think Brothership's going to be one that I rent, so I
Yeah.
probably won't be there day one because usually when I rent a game, and even if they ship it to me like a day or two before it comes out, it usually doesn't get to me until a couple days after. So I probably won't be there day one, but I probably will play it, as close to launch as I can get renting it, and then if I love it, I'll buy it. But
Yeah. Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
We got another comment here. This one comes to us from Mr. Foxhat. We've read a lot of comments from Mr. Foxhat over the years, who said, I already am not a fan of the Horizon games. Why would I be interested in a Lego version of them? And this comment really speaks to me because I'm already not a fan of the Lego games. So why would I be interested in a Horizon version of them? Is kind of the way I come at it from like the complete inverse. I think Horizon's kind of cool. Like I've always thought it was a neat looking IP. But I
you've
just can't-
tried, right? Didn't you play a little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn? or
Yeah,
did you
and
not?
I
Have you not
enjoyed
played
it.
any?
I enjoyed what I played. I don't remember why I stopped. I might have been playing it on Frankie's PlayStation or something. I don't really remember what circumstances were surrounding when I played a little bit of Horizon, but I liked it. So I'm not Horizon averse, and I'm not even really Lego averse. I'm just not psyched for it. I've said on here before that I want to try this Skywalker saga again. So that there is a small part of me that wants to play a Lego game, but this just ain't the one.
Yeah. And that's fair. I mean, they're collectathons. They all have they're puzzle collectathon. They have some action elements, but they are catered towards a younger audience. Like, there's just no denying that. And but the thing that I like about them is that they have really great co-op gameplay, and there's just so few co-op games that you got to kind of take anything you can get,
Yeah.
And the Lego games they're consistently delivering good co-op experiences. Yes, they may be catered towards a more younger audience, but if you got to take what you get what you get, and these are consistently good.
Right. You get what you get. Don't pitch a fit.
100%.
All right. We got one more comment here, Randy. Hit us with Billy Genosis.
Yeah. This one says, I'm looking forward to Metro VR. And I wanted to bring this one up because, one, I do think Metro VR looks quite good. But I wanted to bring this up because this month, November, and last month, or, the month we're currently in, October, but October and November have had some pretty big VR releases, and it makes me excited as a VR enthusiast to see some big VR games come out and to do quite well with reviews. Like, we recently got this new Batman Arkham game, and the reviews have been just like stellar, like really, really good. And I hope that Metro can also get that. Maybe we can get some momentum going for VR.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm excited, for you and all the other VR enthusiasts, to get another bone thrown their way. I heard that y'all set up a meet and greet. I heard you rented out the back room of an Applebee's for you and all the other VR enthusiasts left. And I'm excited for y'all to show up with your Oculuses and whatnot and just nerd out. So I'm just kidding. I'm shitting on VR, but I don't really mean it. I just think it's funny.
No, I mean, like, you're right. There's not a whole lot of VR enthusiasts. And I am currently in just a huge conundrum. We've talked about this Arkham game. It looked good. Like, I'd watched trailers and I was like, oh, I really want to play that Arkham VR game, or the new one. But the problem is that it's only on the Quest 3. Of course, I have a Quest 2. I have a PlayStation VR.
Have you made any progress in that mental debate? Because we did a whole, like, I don't remember if it was a bonus episode or a main episode where we talked about it.
It was main episode. We talked about it, and I was kind of debating, do you go for the Quest 3 or do you go for the Quest 3S? And I was trying to decide which one I wanted. I think I'm decided I'm going to do the Quest 3, but I'm going to do a refurbished one, save some money, and get a refurbished one. But that's kind of where I'm at. But I was kind of partially hoping, that maybe this Batman Arkham VR game was going to come out and it wasn't going to be that great, and I wouldn't be feel more FOMO about missing out on and not having a Quest 3. But now it comes out and the reviews are just amazing. Now I'm in an even worse place because now I'm every day I'm it's today the day I finally bite the bullet and just order one and get it over here. Yeah, that's where I'm at currently.
So how much is it going to run you to play that Batman game there, Randy?
I know, that's the thing. It's and I know that once I have it, I can use it for other things, but I don't really need it for other things because I can plug my PSVR 2 into my PC if I really wanted. I can get one of the adapters, or I can just use my Quest 2, which is still a perfectly serviceable headset. So yeah, it's going to cost quite a bit. I mean, of course, the Quest 3 on its own is $500. But I think the refurbished ones are they're less than 400, but then you add on tax and stuff plus the game. So it probably all end up being about $450 just to play one game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know about that.
Every time we talk about it, I feel like I kind of land on the same place, which is, it reminds me of when I bought the Steam Deck OLED because, there's nothing the OLED can play that the LCD can't. Mm-hmm. It just looks better, lasts longer, That's about it, right? It looks better. It lasts longer. It's got a little faster Wi-Fi. But I bought it anyway because I'm a huge enthusiast for the Steam Deck. And when they eventually release another one, I'll do the same thing, right? So, Randy, you can't take it. You can't take your money with you. So just go to the backyard, dig up a pile of gold, because I know you've got it back there, Randy. I see you in your backyard digging holes and putting your doubloons in them. I see it all the time. I act like I don't, but I do, Randy. I see it. And then when it rains a lot, they float to the surface, and you have to go out there and dig holes again. And it's a vicious cycle, and I just want you to be happy.
Well, maybe I'll just go cash in a couple of my doubloons and see if I can get me a Quest 3. I don't know. I've definitely been heavily considering it. So
yeah. Well,
and like I said, the reviews being so positive is just like, and I hope that Metro VR is just as good because that game looks like the trailers I've seen have looked so good. So I've not really played any Metro games, but I had never played a Half-Life game before Half-Life Alyx. So I kind of feel like, it makes me interested in wanting to play it, wanting me to get into the series.
And how are you going to continue to make gaming related content if you don't keep up with the Joneses, right? You have to. It's a tax write-off at this point.
Oh my gosh, that is one of the being a gaming content creator. You really do feel like you got to keep up with all the new games. And it's like I love VR. I love making VR stuff. And it's like, but if I don't have the new headset to play the new VR games, how can I do it?
You can't, Randy. You can't do it.
Oh my gosh, you are such a bad influence on my wallet.
I think you deserve it, man. I think you work hard, and I think you deserve it. I think you need to treat yourself. I mean, I think you just dig up a few doubloons out in the backyard and send that crap off to Zuckerberg.
Send it to the Zuck.
Yeah, send it to the Zuck. Lord knows he's falling on hard times.